Hi, everyone, and welcome to today's live conversation with one of our guests from the Women Thrive Summit lineup. Today, we have Melissa Christopher joining us for today's conversation, and we're talking about how to stop hiding and release your fears of visibility so you can actually step into your purpose, your power, and passion to serve the world. Melissa, welcome to today's conversation. Good to see you.
So wonderful to see you, Ramonda. Thank you so much for having me. I am truly, truly honored and grateful to be on the summit and also be with you here today.
Yes, and of course today is Sunday, and we just thought, hey, why not? Let's do something fun for the weekend. Where are you joining us from today, Melissa?
I am in Santa Fe, New Mexico.
Oh, beautiful. And every time, I always say this, every time I speak to Melissa, the sun is shining in the background.
Yes, Santa Fe is it's very sunny here, which is beautiful.
I love the sunshine. Well, for those of you who don't know Melissa, not only is shining in the state where she's at, but she comes with a shining personality. But Melissa is a best-selling author, visibility coach, and SAG actress that specializes in helping high-level female entrepreneurs become more confident on camera and public speaking stages by utilizing her years of training as an actress to help her clients unleash the greatest gifts through their authentic presence. What an important subject, Melissa. I know this is really close to your heart. Why are we talking about visibility? Why are we talking about perhaps the fear of being visible?
Great question, Ramonda. um, I think that this is so important and near and dear to my heart because even though I have been an actress for 10 years, a SAG actress, which is a Screen Actors Guild actor. Um, when I became a coach, when I came into this space, I really struggled with feeling confident to be on camera, feeling confident to have an interview with you like this today, feeling confident to make content and actually show up as myself instead of a character. When you're an actor, you are playing characters. So there's a little bit of I wouldn't say mask, but there's kind of almost a buffer because you're able to step into somebody else's shoes. But when you come online to be a coach, be a speaker, service provider, create content, you are really coming as yourself. And that can be really scary and overwhelming. So I wanted to, through my journey, through working through the fear, working through the self-doubt, I really became passionate about helping other women, other entrepreneurs through the same thing that I had to go through. So I think that that's just been part of where it's led me.
Yeah, absolutely. And what do you think holds people back from being visible? I mean, this is such a great tool. We have social media lives, videos, you name it. I mean, it's all here accessible, but I mean, mostly we get in our own way. What holds people back? What is that fear?
Yeah, I think that's totally correct, Ramonda. I think that we just get in our heads. I think there's a lot of different factors. I mean, I know in my case and with a lot of the clients that I've worked with, there's things that could have happened to us in our childhood, whether that's trauma or someone telling us to be quiet, or our parents telling us we're crazy, or just kind of these opinions from other people, and this fear of being judged, this fear of being not good enough. And we really kind of internalize this. It comes into our subconscious mind and we're not even aware of it. And then when we really go to become, something bigger, something greater, to get to the next level, there's all this stuff that has to kind of be unpacked for us to really feel safe to shine, feel safe to kind of be bigger, to be bolder.
Yeah. And tell me a little bit more about your own journey in kind of finding your own power and visibility.
Yeah, I went through, when I was a young girl, I went through a lot of, you know, trauma and abuse. I lost my mom when I was 2 months old, and kind of, um, then my dad remarried this, my stepmom, and she was very emotionally and mentally and physically abusive to me. And I think that I I internalized all of this kind of loss, this trauma, this pain, this abuse as if it was my identity for such a long time. And I think I was so afraid to show up as I am today because subconsciously I felt like I was going to be hurt again. So there was so much fear there. There was so much vulnerability there to really to feel safe, to just be myself, to be authentically me, to come out and be bigger and brighter. And so I think that this journey of proving to myself that that I am safe and that I'm strong enough and that I'm good enough, kind of reworking all this subconscious belief has been such so much of a journey. It's taken many, many, many years of deep work and really healing the root cause of all this fear and this um, pain. But I'm grateful for it in a sense because it's really made me feel very empathic, very compassionate to myself, but also the women and the people that I've worked with because I understand how scary it can be. And what I think is so beautiful is recognizing. I mean, I remember when the light bulb came on for me, that realizing that fear will always be there. It's not to say that you'll never have fear, you won't be nervous or have self-doubt, but you get to choose how much that shows up in your life. You get to
Mhm.
choose how much you allow it to hold you back. And that's really what I want to help my clients with, and I have helped women with, is understanding that it will always be there, the fear, the doubt, maybe these stories, but you get to really give yourself permission to be in control and no longer allow the story of your past to define your future.
Yeah. And I love that, because the fear, we can use our fear and channel it in a positive way where the fear is the driver.
Yeah.
Sometimes that feeling, we can really turn it into excitement. And I mean, sometimes before I go live or I still speak on stages, I still have that fear because I think public speaking and being visible naturally is one of those things that it's a fear, human fear, and it's okay. But then what's on the other side? What have you found by stepping into your power and your purpose? And I mean, being an actress is it's not an easy thing. Where do you draw your strength and your, I don't know, just courage to do?
I think like that's such a beautiful question. What do you find on the other side is um I think you just realize, like, I think for so much of my life, I was so afraid to I was running from that fear. I was running from that just facing it. I was I mean, even with my acting, it was like I was listening to the stories, to all of this stuff, and I was letting it define me for so long. And then I think there was
Mm,
just a moment where it was kind of like I had reached a certain level with my acting, but I knew it could be bigger. I knew I could do more. I knew I didn't go through all of this in my life to just sit in my
mm,
room, stare at the wall. I knew that I'm a very strong dramatic actress because I've lived it. And so I decided to make a choice that I was not going to allow the fear and the trauma and all of these stories from my past to continue to find me. And so that has kind of been, like you said, like the fear that's become my fuel. Even in signing up for the summit, like I said, I was so that was another level. It was like, oh my god. But I always knew I wanted to be a speaker. I always knew I wanted to inspire people with my story. And I just, even though there was fear and I was so nervous to press that submit button, and I was so, oh my God, I decided I'm going to do it. And I did it. And I'm so grateful that I did, because I was so honored to be picked as one of your speakers for the summit this year. And
mm.
I think that just on the other side of that fear is your wildest dreams, is the possibility of like actually allowing and receiving the life that you are here to live, even though Uh, you might not know what that is, or you have no idea how that's going to happen, but it's like the more you can give yourself permission to just show up in these moments, these small wins or these big wins, the more that, life can just bring you what it is that you really dream of.
Yeah, I agree. It's just such a rewarding feeling once you've kind of overcome that fear and at least taken that first step, which, for you, maybe it was that submit button that was outside of your comfort zone for speaking on our summit. For others, might be pressing that live button. For others, just sharing your story. And, I know how vulnerable and difficult it is to actually become visible and share your story with others. It's very exposing, and I can resonate with that feeling that may others may feel. So I want to ask our audience to comment in the chat. Let us know where you're watching us from today. And also, if you have any questions around visibility and whether you're watching this on live or replay, pop a comment, a question or comment in there, because we will come back and make sure to answer them anyway. And of course, whilst we're here with Melissa and whilst you're watching this live, it would be great to see some of your comments in the chat. Melissa, just quickly, you are a speaker at the Women Thrive Summit, which I'm excited that you joined the lineup of 47 or nearly 50 speakers this year. It's amazing. I think we're nearing, like, we just confirmed a 50th speaker. So it's amazing. This year is going to be huge. What's your talk for the summit? Or what is it about, and why should people attend it?
Yeah, it's similar to the topic we're discussing today. It's titled "How to Stop Hiding So That You Can Show Up, confidently online, create your business and your impact." Um, and so it's really surrounding how to walk through maybe the fear, the self doubt, how to, even though it might be like you just said, kind of the different moments of pressing the live button, or being a public speaker, or submitting yourself, or going out of your comfort zone, how to really drop into your own authentic story, your own your own greatest gifts, so that that can almost be like your armor when you are kind of pushing to another level, so that you really can come into your purpose, your power, your impact. So I think that anyone watching should join this talk, because I'm really going to be sharing my story for the first time, which I'm so excited about. I've never really gone into it in depth, and really speaking on how I have done it, and how I have really used my years and years of training as an actor to kind of make that switch and turn on like a light bulb, and give myself permission to just take these small steps and begin to show up in a bigger way. And so that's what I'm going to be teaching my audience with in my talk. And it's going to be very inspiring, and I'm just super excited to share it with the world.
I love it. I love it. Well, for those of you who are watching this right now, make sure you head over to womenthrivesummit.com, register for your spot, and save Melissa's talk on your agenda, because I think this talk is going to be truly transformational. I do believe that we all have an amazing story. No matter what you've gone through, no matter how painful that story may have been, the truth is, your story is not for you, it's for your audience to be inspired, motivated, maybe to change lives. And just recently, we released a book with life-changing stories, and it truly is life-changing when you start to share your story, whether on stage, whether you written format, and you've shed that fear of showing up and being visible. Your world changes. You step into your authentic self, your authentic power, and you make much deeper connection with the audience. So I wholeheartedly believe that this particular topic on our summit is a crucial topic to be discussing. And I know that Melissa's story in itself is very, very inspiring, and you get to kind of get a peek behind the scenes of her story and be inspired yourself. So I hope you get to join us. What's the most exciting thing for you, Melissa, about being on this journey?
I'm just so excited because I look back at my life years ago, and I never would have imagined that this is where I would be. Just because I have just made such a drastic change, in utilizing just these tools and these kind of rules that I have brought into my own life that I help my clients with. And it's just such a amazing experience to look back and be like, oh my God, like I'm doing it, and just the level, kind of just these different marks that I've hit, you know, just booking a big TV show, and like just kind of evolving and growing. And so it's so exciting, to look back and see where my life was and where it is and where it's going. And I feel so honored to be able to share my story, my process, and in hopes of inspiring other women entrepreneurs to really give themselves permission, to share their story, to drop into their authentic selves, to let go of the fear, let go of the stories. I mean, it just, I mean, I want to cry because it just makes me feel so honored to be in this space, to be able to do that. And I can't wait to see where it goes from here. But it's so exciting. So I feel honored to be a part of it.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. And for those of you watching, said you get to meet some amazing and inspiring women. The summit that we run, this is our annual Global Women Empowerment event. It happens once a year, and we run it completely live. So you don't have to sit there and watch replays of these sessions, like doing a marathon of YouTube or your favorite show on Netflix. This is actually live interactive sessions with our speakers. So you get to ask questions, be present in a room, um, and just really embody this experience of women being in one room together, um, be it virtually. You can join from anywhere in the world, but it's still the energy of doing this together is so inspiring. And Melissa, it's been amazing to watch your journey on the summit as well, and just watching every step of the way, because it's been such a huge lead up to this place now where we're 3 weeks away. I'm like blown that we've been, we confirmed you probably 5 months ago, and
I
the summit is really here.
Oh God, it's amazing. I'm just so excited, and also just seeing some of all the other speakers too. I mean, that just the um, I would say the talent, but also just like the women that are represented, and everybody's different expertise and everybody's different, um, stories that they're bringing and just talks that they're bringing. I mean, I'm just absolutely blown away. I can't wait to join and just see all the talks. Like I'm going to be glued to just the different, days and the different talks. And I feel truly, truly honored to be a part of such an amazing collective of women, because it's just powerful.
Oh, thank you. Melissa, how do people get in touch with you if they felt like, oh my God, I'm inspired by Melissa, or I just want to follow up with her? What's the best way to maintain connection with you or get in touch with you?
I would say that the best way probably would be to direct message me on Instagram, which it's melissa.a.christopher, and you can direct message me there, or you could direct message me on Facebook, which is Melissa Christopher Nash. You can also find me on my website, which is melissachristopher.com. It's a little bit under repair, but it will be up and ready. And new and shiny and amazing by the time of the summit. So, but yeah, you can find me those ways.
Fantastic. Well, do make sure you connect with Melissa, reach out to her, send her a message, let her know that you watched this. Leave a comment in the chat, and Melissa will come back and will engage with you or drop links to her social media channels where you can follow her. But of course, we'd love to see you at the summit. This is our annual event. Like I said, it happens third week of March, and what a better way to celebrate Women's History Month in March than do it all together. And this has been so highly anticipated. We're wanting to reach 10,000 attendees this year. It's a huge number, and we want you there. We want you there. So go over to womenthrivesummit.com, register for your spot, and be part of it, because this is so much more than just an event. This is a movement. This is a movement of women coming together to rise and thrive despite any setbacks or any adversities that we may face in life. And this is our time to make history. It's not just about celebrating a history of women that come before us, but also making a history today and every day in our lives. So this is what this event is about. So head over to womentthrivesummit.com and you'll get to meet Melissa there as well. Thanks so much, my love. It's so good to see you today.
So good to see you. Thank you, guys. See you soon.
See you soon. And for now, we'll see you on another live. Take care. Bye bye for now.